Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've not already done so, please do not forget to subscribe, notification, like us, and love us, comment, and all that stuff. Well, today, without further ado, I'm going to be making moi moi, or as what we say, oleleh. In Freetown, we say oleleh, and some other African countries as well, West Africa, they say oleleh. So this is for me, it's like a morning breakfast. My husband wanted to try it and see how it tastes here, so I was gonna go ahead and make some for him, of course, and for the house as well. It's been a long time, really long time I ate oleleh, so this is my first time I'm gonna try fixing it again, so you guys can see how I make a quick oleleh. I'm gonna show you the ingredient, what I use, and what what's available to me. That's what I'm gonna use right now to make it, because it's in the morning. We're gonna have this for breakfast today. If you come close here, I'll show you. I'm gonna be using the beans flour instead, because the beans itself takes longer to make, process, and all that stuff. So I don't want wahala. This is America, huh? So I'm just gonna use the beans flour instead to make it. It's much more easier for me. And then here I'm gonna use a little bit of salt, onion leaves, of course. It's always good with onion leaves in there. And I'm gonna use Maggie cube. This is Boni fish or crawfish or whatever you call it, bonga as we say. It's very nice. It's dried. Mainly you can get it at African store, or sometimes people send it for me from Africa. So, and then of course a whole thing of onions, and I will be using boiled eggs, 2 boiled eggs, to put it in the moi moi, and also hot dog, beef hot dog. I chose that because that's what I have available to me. You can use chicken, chicken breast. You can use what else? You can use shrimp. You can use a bunch of different things to put in there, really, whatever you want, or luncheon meat, things like that. But it's what I have available, like I said. And I'm gonna use a fresh tomato in there and blend it, and also crawfish. This is crawfish. This is basically like the bongo fish blended together, so it becomes like this mushy thing. And then palm oil. And I'll use a little bit of palm oil. I don't like to put palm oil on it, but I'm just gonna put a little bit this time around and see how it comes out. And of course my habanero peppers as well. I'm gonna put that. So I'll blend all these things together, and I'll chop them up and blend them together, so you see exactly how I put things together. Please stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so now I'm gonna show you exactly how to put the moi moi and everything together. And so I'm using like this half cup of flour, but I'm gonna probably put like 2 cups, because it depends on how many people are in your home. So that's how much you put. I'm putting like 3 cups of flour. I think this is good. Add a little bit more. Okay, so that's good. I put like 3 cups of 3.5 cups of flour. Like I said, it depends on how many people are in your home. That's how much you put in. And I'm gonna take 1 cup of water. So I'm just gonna put and stir. Not the whole thing, but you have to just know how you do it at a time. You just pour and stir, and I'll hold on for a little bit here and mix it. And make sure, because you don't want it to be too watery, because you're gonna add other things in it. That's gonna make it very watery. So you wanna make sure this is well mixed. As you go, you add water. You will see when it's like very watery, because you want it to be a little bit watery, but not too much of it, because we're gonna blend peppers and stuff. I'll put that in here as well, so that will make it more watery. It's not the greatest smell of all, but it smells gross when you're doing it. Beans flour smells very disgusting. So yeah, see? When you start seeing you putting it up, you see it's like loose. And then you will, so you want to make sure you mix it until all the lumps comes out of it. You want all the lumps to come out and stuff. It gets very lumpy. So you see, that's how it's supposed to look like for me. And then now I'm gonna put onions, half onions, because some I'm gonna put in the thing, just to blend the pepper, and I'm gonna blend the whole tomatoes. So only half onions of the one onions you cut, you just put half. And then put some of the onion leaves as well in it. So just onions, pepper, tomatoes, and some onion leaves. If you have bell pepper, I don't have bell pepper, big bell pepper, you can use that as well. I'm just gonna blend this together. And then I'll pour it in there. And I'll put water in it too as well, because my blender is kind of weird, so. Okay, okay, so I'm done blending the onions, pepper, and onion leaves together. Whatever you can blend together. One thing I forgot to tell you guys, normally if you have ginger, it's amazing. Always use ginger, it makes the flavor different. I just actually added ginger in there, ginger and a little bit of garlic for the smell to come out real good. So if you have ginger and garlic, you can always add them into the blender and blend them as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour it inside the bowl, the moi moi bowl that I already mixed, or the oleleh. And also, of course, I'm gonna put black pepper, which I forgot to tell you guys. For me, I just love black pepper, the smell and the taste of it. And then also parsley. So that's it, parsley. I'll add a little bit parsley in it. And then a little bit of the Italian herbs in it for the smell as well. These are all herb leaves and I can put in for the smell. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and put in the Maggie. At this time now, you just put everything in there before you mix. So everything possible you can put in it. I'm gonna put 2 Maggie in it, just so, because it's a lot. Like I said, it depends on how much you're making and how your taste bud is. And my Maggie is very hot. These African Maggies, huh? They're crazy. So I'm gonna put that Maggie in there. And I'm gonna mix it now and see. So I'll mix it first before I add any more ingredient in it. So that way, you know, the pepper and the onions and things can mix real nicely. So you just, as you go, you mix. Whatever you put in, you mix. Mixing things here. And then also now I'm gonna go ahead, can you show this? This is, if you don't have this blender, it's fine. I just like to pound up the dry fish a little bit, so that way, you know, it can be apart, because it was too big, and the bones as well can come out. So I'm gonna try to take that out and blend it. If you don't have blender, you can just peel it. This is easy for me. Like I said, I like the easy way. So that way you can all, you know, look small and not too big in it. Like all this I'm gonna take out. So there you go. So that's it. And I'm gonna put this, pour it inside in there. And also the crawfish, I'm gonna pour the crawfish in it too as well. It's a lot of things, huh? And then also the chopped onions. Now this is the time for me to put the chopped onions in. Put all the half of the chopped onions in, and of course the hot dog or whatever meat that you have on the side for it. The eggs, I'm gonna put it in later when I'm putting the oleleh inside the foil paper. So that's here. And then for the palm oil, if you have a small tablespoon, you can pour it on there, or you can just, it depends on how much you want. Like I said, I don't want a lot of palm oil, so I'm just gonna use this. Really, that's it. I don't want to put too much palm oil in it. I hate tasting this because it's so disgusting, but that's the reason why I always like to measure. And I put sprinkle salt in it a little bit, because you don't want too much salt to inside, you know. They will spoil the whole taste, because I already put hot dog, and hot dog already have salt in it. So you see, at first it looks very gross and disgusting. But trust me, when it's done, it tastes so good. It looks like pretty much, I don't want to call the name, you know, like throw up. But I know my son is the one recording me here today. He's good, you guys. He's amazing. He's always like to support his mommy. Okay, so I'll mix it real nicely, so that way everything is mixed. I'm literally going to taste it, but it tastes gross. I think it's good. The salt, the taste, everything tastes really nice on it. So that's good. So after putting this, I'm going to come show you now how I put it in the foil paper, or if you have banana leaves, you can put it on there. Because it's in the US, I don't know where to get that, so I'm going to use a foil paper. I'll show you how I wrap it and put them in it so you can see exactly the end. Okay, so when I'm done mixing everything up, this is how it's gonna look like now. Really watery and all slappy, like slappy jaw. And then now I'm gonna take the foil paper. I'll cut like, you know, half that way. But this is be like 2, really. So, and I'll cut it in the middle. Depends on how big you want it and how big your stomach is. Really. So that's how I'm gonna cut. This is like for 2. And I will, Shaka, come close, let me show them real here. Then I'm gonna fold it into 2, this way. You fold into 2 like how you fold a paper, see? Fold into 2, and then you just fold the sides, like wherever it's not, you know, it's gonna come out. So you fold the side like 2 or 3 times, so that way it holds the thing when you put it in, because it's like water. And then you fold the sides as well. There you go. Oh, I love this song. My Alexa is giving us beats here today. So you see, I make sure I fold it real nice on the sides. This side is already done, so make sure you fold it really nicely. That way you know when you put the olele, it's not going to fall out.
Just like a bag.
Yeah, just like a bag basically. You're right, Shaka. Just like a bag. And then what you do, you take the olele, the unmade olele, put it in this cup, or if you have a small thing that you can measure it with, it's easier. Then you pour it inside. Pour it inside, just how it's gonna look like. As you pour, you're gonna take 1 egg and you put it in, like that. Depends on how full you want it. So I'm just gonna make it like halfway full. And then now you're gonna go ahead and close this side. See? You're gonna go ahead and close this side so that way this side don't come out too. It's gonna be a little bit messy. You always wanna wipe the edge. And please, if you have a bowl or something, you can bring it and put it on the side so that way it doesn't, you know, mix up or whatever it is. So this is how you do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and make more of it, and then I'll show you what the next step is. This stuff is very messy. Don't mind my hands. It's gonna be very messy. So you see? So it's gonna be very messy. Sometimes I miss, and I even miss putting the egg in some of them. Busy here dancing. Put egg at the bottom here. Okay, so I'm done fixing the olele now, moi whatever you call it. So I put it in the bags like this. So it's gonna be in actually this shifter. This is gonna simmer the water. So you don't want to put it inside the pot. So you have to put it in this thing that's called like a shifter or a strainer. however you call it. You put it in there. If you don't have that, they have some rags that you can put inside, but you never want to put it inside the pot like that. You just have to always put it in something that can protect it from the water, so water doesn't go in it. So this is what I'm going to use for it. So everything is in there. I'm laying nicely like that. That's how it goes. And then I'm gonna, like, this is, I already put water in here, so it's like 2 cups of water or less you can put in, but make sure you always check it, you know, because the water dried out all the time. So you just dump it in, really, in there like that. And then you put the fire on high. Just gonna lay this nicely, so that way I don't want it to, because you want everything to, you know. Oh, that's what I'm scared of. This one is already falling apart. Yeah.
Probably because it's too soggy.
Yeah, I think that one mistakenly bust open. Okay, so like that, and then I'm gonna cover it up this way. And I'm gonna let it cook for basically an hour, until it cooks for an hour, but you have to make sure you keep checking it, like, you know, every 20-30 minutes to make sure, you know, it's cooking. You feel it. When you feel it, you feel it's hard, or if it's still soft, that means it still needs to be cooked. And you keep adding, if the water finished from the pot, you keep adding more water on there until it's cooked. So when I'm done here with this, I'll catch up with you and I'll show you the end result, and we're gonna eat it together. Alright, see ya. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it's all pretty much done now. If you can see inside the pot here, pretty much the moi oleleh is all cooked. So you see, you can feel it. Use your hands, so like me, because I'm a professional cook, and feel it's hard already. So that means it's all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the stove. It really took me an hour, really, like I said, of 45 to 50 minutes for it to cook really well. So that's the end goal of it. I'm going to show you how it looks like when I open it up and mush it. Okay, so this is the end goal of the oleleh or moi, whichever you call it. So I'm just going to cut into it. See how it looks like? Looks pretty yummy. And then the egg is still in there. I'm going to eat that. Can't go wrong. It's really good. If you love this, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and let me know what you want to see me cook. Anything else you want to see me do? I mean, I can't stop eating right now. It's so good that I'm dumbfounded right now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye.